Hello, my name is Brian Ho, and today I'm going to be showing you a walkthrough of the Legend One 61 stage keyboard made by Viscount. I've had this keyboard since the end of November, and it's all new by a company called Viscount. This keyboard is only 22 pounds. They also make a 73 key version that is 25 pounds. This keyboard has 3 sound zones for a total of 4 sound sections. We have the organ section, sound 1, sound 2, and the pedals. The organ section has the Soul tonewheel engine. Now, the Soul is the flagship model of Viscount, and it is a faithful replica of the B3. And my One is sitting on top of one of my A100s, and an A100 is the exact same thing as a B3. So the 61 uses a TP8 FITAR action. They're waterfall keys, and they're 61, just like there are 61 keys on the top manual of an A100 or a B3. The 73 version uses a semi-weighted action, and it uses the TP8 piano action with adjusted springs. I've played, obviously, the 61, and it sounds great. And it feels great even when I'm playing piano or electric piano. And I've also used the 73 key version and performed on it at the NAMM show. And honestly, I can play organ on it as well, and it feels really great. So it really just depends on which version that you want, whether you want the semi-weighted action or the waterfall action, which this one is. Now, first I'm going to take you around the organ section. Now, the organ section has Leslie controls on the left. You can stop the Leslie. You can make it go into fast by pressing that. You can make it go into slow with no buttons. And you can even turn the Leslie on and off using this mod wheel here. There's a dial for reverb, key click, crosstalk, and drive. And by pressing the reverb button and holding it, you can actually get to the different types of reverb. So stage, medium plate, spring reverb, etc. So I'm going to turn it on to spring. Let's see what that is. Right there. And then I go to exit, and you're playing the organ. Same thing here. So anything in the with a little bracket on it, if you press and hold it, it'll go to a secondary function on the menu. So I'm going to press and hold that, and now it goes to the rotary sections. So I'm going to kind of scroll through these. Talks about the switch, what that switch is used for, speeds. One thing I do really like is it does have the stop position. Right now, it's stopping free in a random position like a real Leslie 122 does. However, if you want, you can make sure that it always stops in the front so that you always have that sound that you want. All right, moving on. Now, the pedals actually has a volume knob. And the reason why this is so important is because if you hold down this pedal model button, that takes you to the different tone models of bass that you can have. So you can actually have tonewheel bass, and you can actually have all these different kind of basses, and you can put that either with pedals or split the keyboard and run it to, let's say, like if you did pedals to lower, pedals to manual, you could actually play the pedal section on the left-hand side right here, and you could play like, I don't know, upright bass right down here, and then organ on the top, Or if you wanted to switch quickly, you can do piano and EP on the top. Now, there are two full drawbar sets and also a pedal drawbar set. Moving right along here, we have our percussions here. And this is the button for splitting the organ. So if I press this, now I have basically half of the keyboard is going to be the lower manual, and the other half is going to be the top manual. So half of the keyboard could be this, and the other half could be this. And you can control the split point by holding down this button right here that says dual, and then hitting any of the keys on the bottom here to get your split point. So I'll just kind of quickly, without the split, show you what the organ sounds like. And right now I'm just running through a little PA speaker mono, just for testing purposes. Later on I'll connect it to Logic and show you how that sounds as well too. And I'm going to turn the Leslie on fast. And you can, of course, control the drawbars. So it's a full-fledged organ, and it has the Soul engine that was made famous by Joey DeFrancesco and other players like Pat Bianchi. The organ sounds fantastic. You can even control a lot of the functions of the rotary through here. And then you can also pick different kind of organ tone wheel models. So if I actually hold this down, it has all of the different kind of tone wheels you can pick. Even Farfisa. Or if you wanted to, Vox. All right. So moving right along, I'm going to actually now show you a little bit about the other sounds. So right now, the organ is the only sound playing. But if I wanted to, I can actually press this button where it says on and turn this one off. So now sound 1 is on and organ is off. And right now, piano is lit. So if I press that, it actually tells me right now that I'm playing American Grand. And then you can actually, if you're playing, like right now, you can press this, remember, anything red you press, and then you can scroll down and pick a different one. So one of the pianos I like is the German Grand. Okay. So now I'm actually I'm on a gig, and now the gig calls for an electric piano. So of course I'm here. Electric piano. First it says it defaults to the Rhodes Mark 1. Press and hold this one, click, and now I can go to a different one. Rhodes Mark 2. By the way, my keyboard's bouncing because it's on the music rest here. And then I can actually go through all the other different ones. I have a Whirly. And DX Tines and so forth. So we even have our clavinets. And clavy. And then if I want to go to the synths, the full synth section. So what I'm going to do later is I'm going to play each one of these through Logic so you can hear each of the sounds. But for right now, here's a little taste of the synth section. One that I really like, I think it was this one. And of course, you can use the pitch bend right here. Sorry, I'm doing that with one hand. But yeah, so now I'm going to go to the strings. And of course, there's all different kind of strings. And just, it's worth noting that right now we're on release 1.01, and Viscount is going to have much more samples coming. And then, of course, pads. And then there's some other sounds. Sax session. I haven't really delved too much into all the other sounds because there's just so many. But it's just so nice to have these at your fingertips. Now, one nice thing is I can, let's say if the gig calls for me to both have electric piano and piano. So I'm going to actually, on sound 2, I'm going to put a Rhodes. And on sound 1, I'm going to do a piano sound. So the German grand on sound 1, and then I've got the Rhodes on sound 2. So right now I'm playing piano. Let's say piano on this first part of the gig, you know. And then all of a sudden I can switch it to electric piano. And then I want to put on some organ. Ooh, Vox organ. So I'm going to change that into a tone wheel, like a B3. And then easily change to electric piano, or piano, regular piano, to electric piano. So, and then you can actually layer each. So let's say if I wanted to do piano and electric piano at the same time, I now have those two layered. And then I can actually turn it down. So if I just want just a little bit, full piano, but maybe just a little bit of electric piano, I've dialed that down using this volume knob right here. So it's very easy to use, and it's very easy to just pull up a sound that you like. Now, I did say that it's great for just playing organ gigs. If I hit this right here where it says dual and split, and I have it on organ, now I have basically half of the organ playing, you know, left hand and bass. That's what I have it set up for here. And on the very top, I have a solo voice if I wanted to. Because it says up here, I can easily change this and layer on a different sound to the top. And a little trick, if you pull in these drawbars, so for instance right now, I have the organ going. If I pull in the drawbars and I turn on, let's say, a piano sound, I can easily go back and forth. So now turn off the piano engine, and now I'm back in organ. Or if I want both, now I have both. All right, so now I mentioned one of the cool things is these pedals. So I'm gonna put pedals on and pedals to manual. So now these pedal drawbars are gonna work. So I'm gonna actually change the pedal mode. I'm gonna do something kind of unique. I'll try acoustic bass. Now I have this down on the bottom, acoustic bass. But still on the very top here, I have organ. And then of course, if I wanted to, piano and acoustic bass. So as you can see, the keyboard is just extremely intuitive, very easy to use, high quality sounds. The sounds are going to get even more, they're going to have even more sounds coming down the pike. And you can actually shape your sounds with effects too. So I'm going to actually turn these pedals off. Right over here, if you press effects on, right now it's going through S1, which is Sound Bank 1. So I'm actually going to play the piano, electric piano here, and let's just put it to Rhodes. And now I'm gonna, actually that is with, here's with no effects. But now what I'm gonna do is put a little bit of phaser. And now all the effects are here, the rate. Obviously that's way too much, but just wanted to show you how the effects work. So there you have it. This is the Legend One 61. A wonderful stage keyboard, state-of-the-art organs, and wonderful extra sounds like piano, e-piano, synth, etc. And a very playable key bed. This is the, it really feels nice under the hands. And if you wanted to, you can get the 73 key version, which is semi-weighted, which also feels very, very nice. Very easy to play both piano and organ, surprisingly, on that board. And all in a very portable package. This weighs 22 pounds. We actually have backpack cases that you can just take it with you on the subway. And then we also have, you know, a backpack for a case with backpack straps for the 73 as well. If you have any questions, please let me know. Again, this is the Legend One 61.